Say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. First and foremost, I want to give our praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiams and the folk on the earth, pushing the gospel in sincerity, truth, shalom. Right, this evening we're about the next lesson to feed the elect of the nation of Israel, the 144,000, the 1/3 men, women, and children. Right, I want to touch this, speak about the second Exodus at the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native American Indian, mainly the elect, the 144,000, the 1/3 men, women, and children. The 144,000 is the governors. Right, you know, this prophecy soon come to pass. Our second Exodus out of our spiritual Egypt, which is Babylon. Our first Exodus was in the land of Mizmarim, which is known as Egypt. Right, where the word Egypt is a Greek word which means bondage, house of bondage. Right, so this prophecy soon come to pass. You know, our second Exodus is out of the land of Babylon. Right, which the Most High scatter us in our four corners of the earth. Right, or how we gonna be delivered by the so-called UFO, right? Which is the Chariots of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's how the elect gonna be delivered. They're gonna be beamed up into those chariots, right? Just want to get a couple of scriptures to edify the church, right? Start with Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 23. And verse 7, it says, therefore, behold, the day cometh, said the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, which is you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native American Indian. You are the children of Israel, right? And like I say, our first Exodus was in the land of Egypt, which known as Mizmarim, right? The word Egypt does mean the house of bondage, right? That's why America is known in the scriptures as spiritual Egypt, right? Also Babylon, daughter of Babylon, Nineveh, right? Chaldeans, right? This is the code name for America in the scriptures, right? Mother harlot, abomination in the earth, This is a different code name, right? This is Exodus 12 and I start at verse 33. It said, and the Egyptians were urged upon the people, the Israelites, that they might send them out of the land in haste. For they said, we be all dead men, right? So not to verse 37, and the children of Israel journey from Rames to Sukkot, about 600,000 on foot, that were men beside children, and the mixed multitude went up also with them, and flock and herbs, even very much cattle, and they bake unleavened cake of dough, which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt, and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Verse 40 said, now the sojourn of the children of Israel who dwell in Egypt were 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day, it came to pass that all the hosts of the Lord Yahweh went out from the land of Egypt. This was our first Exodus out to the land of Egypt, which is Mizmarim. The word Egypt, as I say, is mean the house of bondage, right? Right. This is back in Jeremiah 23 verse 7. Therefore, he said, therefore, behold, the day cometh, said the Lord Yahweh, that they shall no more say, the Lord Yahweh liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, right? So our second Egypt can be out of Babylon, right? out of this wicked system, so we can be delivered from in our four corners of the earth, because Israel was scattered in our four corners of the earth, right? Israel scattered in our four corners of the earth. It is right. Get this quick precept here. This is James 1:1. He said a servant, Salakia, James chapter 1 verse 1 is servant. Salakia, James is servant of the Most High and of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greeting. So the Israelites are scattered abroad, are scattered in all nations, right? So our second Exodus is out to these nations that the Most High scatter us in, among these other nations, right? This is Micah. This is Micah chapter 4 verse 10. He said, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, speaking to you so-called Negroes, Latin, Native American Indian, right? He said, like a woman in travail, for now shalt thou go forth out of the city, where we go for out the city of Jerusalem, right? It was happening in Jerusalem, right? And thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even unto Babylon, is when we end up coming to this side, right? He said, there shalt thou be delivered. He said, there the Lord shall redeem thee from the hands of thine enemy, right? And right now we're in the hands of our enemy, which our number one enemy is the so-called white man, right? And these are the heathen nations like the Moab, which is the Chinese, the Arabs, you know, and all these other nations, you know, oppressing us each and every day, right? So the Most High see can deliver us someday, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 23 verse 8. He said, but the Lord Yahweh liveth, which brought up and which lead the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, speaking about America, right? Out of the north country, and from all countries, because Israel scattered in all nations, James 1:1, right? He said, whether I drive them, and they shall dwell in their own land, and we shall dwell in our own land, which our own land is who? The land of Israel. That's our own land. But the Most High is going to take you back to the land, because the land gotta cleanse before we go back there. The Most High can purge the land with fire, right? Before we go back there, the land gotta cleanse, right? And also them heathen there, the Most High can put them to death, right? The Most High gotta cleanse the land, and that's how we can go back in the land, right? This is Isaiah 43, right? Isaiah 43, and this is Isaiah chapter 43 verse 5. He said, fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east, and gather thee from the west. Verse 6, I will say unto the north, give up, and unto the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far, and my daughters from the end of the earth. Yeah, so the Most High can pick up, you know, deliver his elect, the 144,000, the 1/3 million and children, because 2/3 of people can die on this side, right? 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native Americans can die on this side, because you refuse to turn back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You refuse to turn back to your heritage and acknowledge Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? You cleave onto these heathen, you following the way of these heathen, so the Most High can destroy you with these heathen, right? But the elect gonna be delivered, right? The elect is the 144,000, the 1/3 million children that's scattered in our four corners of the earth. The Most High can deliver them, right? In Revelation 7 verse 9, with the out of every nation different tongues, they were speaking about Israelites. They wasn't speaking about these other nations. They were speaking about the Israelites who scattered in all the nations, pertaining to James 1:1. And we just read in Jeremiah 23:8, out of the north country and all countries, right, that the Most High scatter us, right? So I know a lot of you simple-minded jakes like to bring these heathen into our heritage. I wanna bring in and save these heathen. These heathen don't need to be saved. These heathen in the kingdom. It's you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native Americans need to be saved. It's we being oppressed every day. Salvation is only for the Jews, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native American Indian. That's why now it's time to repent and turn back. Turn back to your true heritage, turn back to your true power. Yahweh is his name. The name of Yahweh. Yahweh is his name, who the world going to call God. And Yahweh Shai is his son name, who the world going to call Jesus. That's your true power. Right? So show that the Most High, he can bring me from the east, he can bring me from the west, he can bring me from the north and the south. He can deliver us. We can be delivered by those chariots. Right? That's how we can be delivered. Right? This is Tobit chapter 12 verse Tobit chapter 12 verse 5. It's and he will scourge us for our iniquity. Who's the us? The Israelite. The Most High scourged us for our iniquity because we went off. We went off by doing wickedness, by worshiping idols, worshiping devils. So the Most High, how the Most High scourged us? He put us in slavery, he put the enemy to rule over us. Right? Tobit chapter 13 verse 5. He said, and he will scourge us for our iniquity, and we'll have mercy again, and we'll have mercy again. I think it's Isaiah 14:1. He will have mercy on Jacob. Right? Isaiah 14:1. Yeah, he will have mercy on Jacob. Right? Which is you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native American Indian, the elect of Jacob, the 144,000 and the 1/3 million children. Right? This is Tobit chapter 13 verse 5. And he will scourge us for our iniquity, and will have mercy again, and will gather us out of all nations, with the S, out of all nations, among whom he had scattered us. Among whom he had scattered us. So out of all nations, right? The Most High scattered in all nations. That was part of our punishment, right? Being around these heathens is a curse, right? It's a curse being around these heathens. This is how these heathens, God, these heathens is beasts. That's how they live like beasts, like these Mohammedan rat. You know, eating all these defiled meat that you're not supposed to eat. It's how these heathens live. Like the so-called white man sleep with anything, cat, dog, anything he sleep with. You know, this nation is beasts, right? This is Baruch chapter 2 verse 4. He said, moreover, he had delivered them to be in subjection to all kingdoms, with the S. He delivered who's them? The Israelites. Because that was our punishment of breaking the covenant, right? To go in and worship idols. That was our judgment, right? To being wicked, right? He said, Baruch chapter 2 verse 4. Moreover, he had delivered them to be in subjection to all kingdoms that are round about us, to be as a reproach and desolation among all the people round about. He said, where the Lord had scattered them. Where the Lord had scattered them, right? So the second Exodus is who? For the Israelite. We gotta be saved, right? We among our enemy being oppressed every day in, day out, right? Is who is salvation is only for the Israelites, because we among our enemy, right? This is same Baruch. This is Baruch chapter 2 verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it's a stiff-necked people, speaking to the Israelite. He said, but in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. In the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. And that's why I see the men the Lord's time with the apostles and elders, GMS, and the sincere brothers around the world waking up. They've been out there on the highways and byways, pushing out these video epistle, you know, to wake up who the elect, to remember themselves, right? In the land of our captivity. This is the land we in right now is the land of our captivity, right? He said, and shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh, their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. So the elect gonna hear. You're gonna hear and they're gonna take heed and they're gonna repent and turn back, because salvation is to us, right? Our second Exodus is soon come to pass. This is one of the next prophecy that will come to pass. You know, after the microchip is one of the major prophecy. America being destroyed, World War III. You know, all these prophecy gotta come to pass too, right? But the second Exodus to the children of Israel is another major prophecy too, right? He said, verse 32, he said, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. Yeah, this is elect gonna be doing that. His name is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shai, right? Verse 33, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished, right? And they shall not be diminished. So the Most High can bring us back into our land, right? The Most High can also gather some all four corners of the earth that we scatter from, right? This is Isaiah 11:11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Patros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nation, and shall assemble the outcasts means the scattered outcasts of Israel, and gather the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. So Israel is the native and the Latinos, and Judah is the so-called Negroes, the West Indians and the Asians, and the North American Negroes, right? So that's scattered in the four corners of the earth, right? So I'm going to read back this one in Baruch 2 and 34, and I will bring them again into their land, which I promised with an oath unto their father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. Yeah, we're gonna be lords of it. We gonna rule this world, right? Yahweh Shai get all power in the heavens and in the earth, right? And the elect gonna be join heirs with Yahweh Shai, the 144,000 gonna join heirs with Yahweh Shai, gonna be ruler on the planet, right? We're gonna rule forever, right? This is Exodus, Ezekiel 36 and 24. Ezekiel 36 and 24, he said, For I will take you from among the heathens and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land, which is the land of Israel. But the land got to be cleansed. How the Most High can take you into the land? By chariots, right? By the so-called UFO, right? By the so-called UFO. When all the heat of the destruction of America being destroyed, the elect gonna be beaming up before the missile hit. They gonna be beaming up into them chariots, right? They gonna beam up to them chariots, right? This is Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore thus said the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, against all Idumea, the so-called white man, which have appointed my land in their possession. Also the Palestine today, the Arabs, they also occupy our land too. Them is impostors. The tribe of Amalek and the Arabs, they occupy our land today. Them is impostors, right? He said, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of their heart, with this pitiful mind, to cast out for a prey. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, and to the river, and to the valley, thus said the Lord Yahweh power, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian have borne the shame of the heathen. Yeah, we have borne the shame of the heathen, right? So there's our land. The Most High say and bring you back into our land. When we read back jump to verse 24, he said, For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and will bring you into your own land, which is the land of Israel. The Most High say and bring back to our own land, Right, verse 20, right, verse 25. Then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and he shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. Right. So are we gonna be delivered from them land? We can be delivered from these from the land of the captives by the chariots. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? That's how we can be delivered with them chariots. Right? This is Revelation 18 and 4. Right? He said, and I hear another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that he be not partaker of our sins, and that he receive none of our plagues. Yeah, are we gonna come out by those chariots? We can be beamed up, right? Because what's one of America plagues? Fire, the missiles, right? There's your plagues, the missile, the burning fire. America gonna be destroyed by fire, right? Revelation 11 and 12. And I hear a great voice from heaven saying unto them, unto the elect, Come up thither. And they ascended up to the heaven in a cloud. Right, the cloud is what the chariot. Right, the cloud is the chariot. Psalms 104 verse the cloud is the chariot. Right. This is Psalms 104 verse 3. He said, Who laid the beams of his chamber in the water? Who maketh the cloud his chariot? Who maketh the cloud his chariot? So it's the chariot, right? That is the chariots, right? Revelation 11 and 12. He said, And they hear a great voice from heaven saying, Come, saying unto them, which is the elect, Come up thither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemy behold them, and their enemy behold them. Because before the missiles them hit, you know, the elect gonna be beamed up, our enemy gonna be seeing it, you know. They're gonna be beamed up into them chariots, right? There's them chariots. Isaiah 26, right? This is Isaiah chapter 26. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 20. He said, Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut the doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. And the indignations were these missiles, right? These ICBM missiles are going to hit America, right? And certain other parts of the world are going to be destroyed by war fire, by these missiles, right? So the Most High said, Come, my people, the elect, the 144,000, the one-third who going to be delivered. Enter thou into the chambers, mean the chariots, right? And shut thy doors about thee, and hide thyself as it were for a little moment, right? That's how the elect gonna escape the destruction. They're gonna be taken up by these chariots, and that's how they're gonna hide from this destruction. The chariots, right? He said, Come, my people, enter thou into the chariot, into the chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. Right? Until the indignation be overpassed. Right? That's how the elect gonna be delivered. Right? This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 16. Right? 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 16. For the Lord Yahushai himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet of the power Yahweh, and the dead in Yahushai and Mashiach shall rise first. You know, the brothers them who live in the truth, sincere brothers who die, live in the truth, they gonna rise first. You know, they gonna rise first, right? Verse 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the cloud. We just read Psalms 104 verse 3. The clouds is the chariot. The elect who remain on the earth, who can be delivered, who was ordained from the beginning to be delivered, which is you so-called Negroes, Latins, and Native American Indian. the 144,000, which is the governor, and the 1/3 men, women, and children is the believer who can be delivered, right? They can be caught up in the clouds, right? Verse 17, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, in the chariots, what you call UFO, right? To meet the Lord Yahushua in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord, right? In those chariots, right? And after the indignation, this is where Revelation 21 talking about the New Jerusalem coming down, right? Is the 144,000 in 1/3 men and children coming down, the New Jerusalem, right? Jerusalem is a people before a place, right? New Jerusalem, God, we gonna change, these bodies can change too. We can get new bodies, right? That's why he said New Jerusalem, the holy city, a righteous city coming down. We're gonna rule forever, right? Yahushua our Lord, right? He can rule forever. God, he get all power was given to him in heaven and in earth, right? Yahushua he glorified. He can get his glory yet on the earth. Soon Yahushua come back, he can get his glory on earth, but he already be glorified in heaven, right? He already be glorified in heaven, right? So this is our second Exodus. You know, this is the next prophecy to come to pass, our second Exodus out of Babylon, right? Out of all the lands that the Most High scatters, you know, to punish us for being wicked, right? Right? To being wicked, all right? And the world to come is the Israelites. We gonna rule. We are the next ruler. We gonna rule forever, right? Just want to close off with this one. This is Isaiah 45:17. He said, but Israel shall be saved. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, right? The elect, right? The 2/3 Israel died, they're gonna come back in the kingdom through birth descendant. They're gonna come back through the elect as the elect children, right? But the elect gonna be saved, right? He said, verse Isaiah 45:17. He said, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. So the next rulership is the Israelites, and we're gonna rule forever, world without end. Mean rulership without ending. We're gonna rule forever, and our king is Yahushua, Lord and Savior, right? And with that, with lessons edifying, I want to give our praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bar Hashem, Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well at great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akims in the four corners of the earth to push in the gospel and sincerity and truth. Shalom.